What's going on, guys? I'm not really going to give you some big intro for this because this is part 2 of a mini-series that's pretty self-explanatory. Today I'll be giving some of the best cities for amusement parks in America, 5 more to be exact to complete the 10, and for part 2 we're mostly focused on the eastern portion of the country. I should restate the ground rules before getting into this though, just so you guys are aware. First, these cities are in no particular order. I didn't think that'd be very fair to rank cities that I haven't necessarily been to, so I just chose a total of 10 that really stood out, and here are the final 5. Also, only parks within the city or metro area are going to be counted, and each city has to have at least 2 parks. This is so that this list doesn't just turn into the list of the best parks, like you won't see Sandusky, Ohio on here. With that said, let's jump into part 2 of the 10 best cities in the USA for amusement parks. The first city of part 2 that I want to highlight is Cincinnati. Of course, your main park for Cincinnati is going to be Kings Island, one of the signature Cedar Fair parks. There isn't really a whole lot to say about Kings Island that you guys don't already know. This place is huge and their ride collection is matched by very few parks. Pair that with the classic Kings Island charm, cleanliness, and atmosphere, and you have a park that could be up there for a top 5 amusement park in the world in the eyes of some people. Of course, because Cincinnati is in this video though, there must be another park in Cincinnati. Here your other park is Strickers Grove, which is a very strange place because the place is only open to the public a few days a year. Nonetheless, they still have 2 fantastically maintained wooden coasters, one family one in Teddy Bear, and one for thrill seekers in Tornado. Cincinnati is obviously carried by Kings Island, but Strickers Grove is very unique and makes Cincinnati eligible to be in the video at all. The 7th city I want to highlight is Pigeon Forge down in southeast Tennessee. Located in the Great Smoky Mountains, this is definitely the smallest city that we're going to discuss, but it's one of those tourist trap spots sorta like Wisconsin Dells. They are home to what's known as one of the best theme parks anywhere, Dollywood. Dollywood offers multiple highly themed experiences that appeal to people of all ages. But as this is the Coaster Roaster channel, my favorite part is still of course going to be their awesome roller coasters. With a total of 9, they don't have the highest quantity, but the quality is absolutely phenomenal. All 9 of their coasters do what they set out to do perfectly. Lightning Rod is known as a top tier RMC, Tennessee Tornado is a positive G machine, Thunderhead is everything you want out of a GCI, and Wild Eagle is the massive crowd pleaser. I can't wait to get out to this park next year, not just for the coasters, but for the full experience of this park. But of course, as it's in this video, that's not all that Pigeon Forge has to offer. There you also have the mountain coasters at Rowdy Bear Ridge, Smoky Mountain, and Goats on the Roof. Then also NASCAR Speed Park, more of a go-karts destination, but they do have a one roller coaster, and the island at Pigeon Forge, which offers so much more than just their one coaster. Now down to the last 3 cities of the video, we move to the Big Apple, the most iconic city in the US, New York City. Because New York City's metro area is so large, there are actually a lot of parks included within the area. Inside the actual city, you have 2 parks side by side that comprise the legendary Coney Island, Luna Park, and Dino's Wonder Wheel Park. Luna Park, if you didn't know, is owned and operated by Zamperla, so they have a ton of Zamperla rides, but they recognize the classics by keeping the Coney Island Cyclone running, and running very well at that. Then Dino's Wonder Wheel has always been a step below Luna Park, but they've been recently expanding and this year added a custom Vekoma suspended coaster Phoenix. Beyond that, you have one of those rare sliding Ferris wheels and a few other features. Then right outside the city on Long Island is the compact yet packed park known as Adventureland. This park manages to cram so many rides into such a small area, including Turbulence, a Gerstlauer spinner, and next year they'll be opening the first RES rollerball in North America. You also have Rye Playland Park, a park that doesn't have the best reputation, but they still pack in a few coasters, including the 1929 wooden coaster, Dragon Coaster. Quasi Amusement Park is also included in that huge metro area, and here you have the one, the only, the legend, Wooden Warrior. You also have Nickelodeon Universe American Dream, another park with a mixed reputation, but you cannot deny their fantastic ride collection for an indoor park, including 2 launch coasters, one of which has the steepest drop on any coaster in the world, and a launch that surprisingly enough has quicker acceleration than Top Thrill Dragster. But of course, all those parks are just warm-ups for New York City's biggest park, Six Flags Great Adventure, which I did verify is still barely within the New York metro area. Six Flags Great Adventure, we all know about it, it's Great Adventure. Moving on. Staying on the East Coast but moving south, I want to highlight Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is home to one well-established park, Six Flags Over Georgia, and one up-and-comer Fun Spot America Atlanta. Six Flags Over Georgia, as the second ever Six Flags park, has a long history dating back to 1967. And you know this park is old because it originally opened with a Confederate-themed area. Yeah. Nowadays, they're home to 11 different roller coasters, a very balanced lineup if you look at it from top to bottom. Their big 2 are of course Goliath and Twisted Cyclone, but they also have some fantastic supporting running coasters including Mindbender, Batman the Ride, and Great American Scream Machine. And of course, I can't mention Six Flags Over Georgia without mentioning the absolute specimen of a dark ride that is Monster Mansion. Moving to Fun Spot Atlanta, we probably all know them from that one thing, and that thing will be opening soon in the form of Air Force One, this massive RMC that literally no one was expecting. Thinking about it is crazy. It's like if my local FEC amusement park Adventure Park USA was just like one day, hey, let's build a Steel Vengeance clone. Air Force One, of course, isn't all that Fun Spot has. They do have an ENF High Miler, ENF Family Coaster, Mini Golf, Arcade, Go-Karts, you know, the basics. But we're all here for Air Force One. And now to fittingly end off this mini-series is probably the most iconic theme park cities in the United States, if not the world, Orlando, Florida. Orlando is so big for theme parks that even before I became an enthusiast, I had already taken 2 separate trips to Orlando solely for theme parks, and I'm sure most of us probably know at least someone who has done the same. Anyways, in Orlando, your signature parks for the general public are of course going to be the Disney parks. These 4 parks are Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and the most iconic of them all, Magic Kingdom. These 4 complement each other very well, and they're all focused on different things, yet at the same time, they all please their target demographic perfectly. Then the second most iconic Orlando parks would be the Universal Parks, Universal Studios Florida, and the better of the two, Universal's Islands of Adventure. Universal, also some of the best theme parks in the world, are similar to Disney in that they have incredible theming, but unlike Disney, they have a lot more thrill rides. These can be seen in the recent addition of the world-class Velocicoaster. Then right down the street you have SeaWorld Orlando. SeaWorld Orlando was once known solely for their animals, but as times have changed, they have become more and more focused on the roller coasters too. They definitely go for the quality over quantity approach, as all of their rides pretty much could be seen as some of the best of their respective ride models. These are your 7 big Orlando parks, but you still have a few small hitters such as the Fun Spot parks. These follow the model being parks that you can go to at night with a good variety of attractions and one big thrill coaster. And finally you have Legoland Florida in the Orlando metro area that's focused mostly on young children, but they do have some awesome dark rides, Lego sculptures, and a rare Martin Blumix Woody. Orlando is truly what you call a theme park city. So that's about gonna wrap this video up. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, as well as maybe what you view to be the best cities for theme parks in the USA or really any country. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, I'd love if you could drop a like. It literally takes 2 seconds and it helps so much. Leave any suggestions or video ideas down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.